What's up, y'all? It's your girl Zeze back with another mother. I love it, vid. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on my notifications bell, get us join the thumbs up, share this mug, all that. Firstly, I don't know if I'm release this video or the video I just did first or second. I don't know, but I sound stuffy. Sorry about that. It's my allergies, my nose congested. I can barely even breathe. I can barely even smell anything. It's outrageous, but I sound real stuffy. Sorry about that, but that's why I can't help it. So I wanted to do this video, just do like a quick review on Tina Knowles' documentary, Profile the Black Man. I understand that a lot of people haven't even seen it, so that's kind of crazy. Actually, it's not really that crazy because it's on Discovery. And I know everybody don't got Discovery, it's on the app. Okay, a lot of people stream. And if you don't got a Discovery app, which I'm sure a lot of people don't, then you probably haven't seen it. As a matter of fact, I did a poll on my Instagram page, my Instagram story, and literally like 93, I think it was like 97, actually. 97% of the people who voted said they hadn't seen it. It was egregious. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest you go watch it, first. I mean, you don't got to before you watch it. You watch my video first and then go watch it, whatever. But I would say, either way, go watch the documentary. I originally wanted to do this in response to some of the criticism that the documentary got. When I had first looked at the trailer for this, one of the first videos I seen was like a big criticism of it. Like, it was like a picture of Tina Knowles trying to call her a mammy and everything. Like, it was egregious. Not only that, it was a lot of brothers who was trying to let me know that it was a lot of, not even a lot, I can't even say a lot of sisters, because I only seen a good maybe like 10 videos, at least that I looked on on YouTube, of black women trying to tear down this documentary. It was even, they went as far as, even some of them went as far as trying to get a petition, not even trying to, they put a petition together to get this documentary taken down. And this was before it was even released. So what I wanted to do first was go watch the actual documentary first, watch it out, you know what I'm saying, to get my own kind of perspective on it, and then go and try to see some of their criticism of it. I couldn't even get through I couldn't even get through the beginning, the first 5 minutes of most of the videos I seen on this documentary. Matter of fact, the one I was talking about, the first one that popped up about them trying to call Tina Knowles a mammy, was a non-FBA woman anyways. I'm like, girl, this ain't even that. This is about a black, in the beginning of the film, this is about black American men, okay? This is an FBA thing. FBA things, baby. You ain't even supposed to be over here, baby. How you hating from outside the club, first of all? But I did see some other black American women talk about it, and it's just egregious, okay? First of all, let me just address this first, because I didn't see any legit criticism. I think like the second one I clicked on, I got like a minute like a minute or 2 minutes into the video, and she was like, yeah, and then I seen on the trailer, and then I seen in an article that the subject they would be talking, I'm like, lady, so you didn't even watch the damn documentary, and you up here criticizing something that you ain't even watched? Are you serious? And then the other ones, a lot of the other ones had some of the same talking points. Again, I just kind of scrolled through them because some of them was like hour-long streams and stuff. But all of it was just self-loathing, black male-hating rhetoric. That's it. I gotta start this off by saying, shame on y'all. Shame, shame, shame. Okay, on every black woman who really took the time out their day to try to tear down this damn documentary. Now, I got my own critiques about the documentary. I didn't love every part of the documentary, okay? But I'm not about to get up here and tell everybody to go cancel it. Don't watch it. Oh, this is a farce. Oh, black men don't really act like this. Oh, black men, this is some black man coddling. Or this is a mammy trying to save black men's image. And I mean, come on, y'all. Like, this is such a bad look. This is so off code. Like, that's outrageous. We already have enough negative black male images inside mainstream media today. We have enough that is not even pushed by us. Finally, we get something. We get this one documentary, okay, that's on a mainstream platform that is trying to push a positive image of black men, and the first thing I want to do is go get a petition to cancel it. The first thing you want to do is critique it in the worst way possible. The first thing you want to do is say, "Oh, black men ain't this." Black men, I mean, how do you honestly I don't even think it's some of y'all. This is like a mental health issue. Like, it's something sick, seriously wrong with you, for you to sit here and want to talk about your reflection like that. You do realize all these non-black people watching you speak down on your men, think the same about you. They're not like just, oh yeah, black men, oh my gosh, yeah, they're just terrible. Yeah. They like, yeah, you and your woman. You are his woman, whether you want to be or not. Whether you want to divest, whether you want to date out, whether you want to do whatever, die alone. Whether you want to date another woman, that is still your man. That is your natural born mate. So whatever you out here speaking down on him about, baby, just understand you speaking down about yourself too. Anyways, let me get off the bed wenches, off the coons. Lord, that it was just egregious. I had to address that first because the amount of black women, like I was going to do a response video to somebody's, but again, the shortest one I seen that I could have responded to, she didn't even watch the damn documentary. Then the other ones I seen, it was like an hour long. I'm like, I'm not about to take the time. I didn't even want to sit there and listen to it, to be honest. And I damn sure was about to take the time to edit it down so I could react to it. Not happening. Y'all, don't waste your time. Don't even go interact with any of those streams, any of those videos. If you are going to go to them, go report them so they can get taken down, because that's just off code. It's outrageous, everything to it. Now about the documentary. Overall, I think it was pretty well put together. I would say the production was really nice. I like some of the people they had in there. I like the fact that they had statistics and facts, up on screen, and people like doctors, psychologists, activists, up there to really put the proof in the pudding, show the proof in the pudding about how some of these myths about black men are untrue. I like even how they gave context to some of the myths, you know what I'm saying? And how black men can kind of contribute to some of those myths and make it seemingly true, even though when it's not. I even like the fact that they added context to some of the myths. On a lot of parts, they went back and talked about slavery. They talked about the breakdown of the black family. They talked about the black man being economically castrated. They talked about they hit a lot of points that I'm glad that they brought to light, because a lot of black people see the conditions of some of our men and then don't understand how they got there, and that's where the lack of empathy comes from. That's how you get these bedwenches and coons out here talking about some black men ain't this and that, when it's like, you have to understand they are the literal, the number one targets, okay, under this system of white supremacy. And I don't even think that I don't even know if they say like systematic white. I don't even say if they actually use the words white supremacy. This is still a mainstream thing, so they only gonna go but so far. All right, we're gonna get into that a little later. They did make the point of black men being the number one target, even if it wasn't necessarily directly said. Okay, it was still like, all right, like pretty obvious. Also love the fact that they had the promotion of black businesses in there, like towards the end of each part of the docu-series. They had like a black man, okay, independent business at the end of each one that related to the topic at hand. And not even just one. I think on a couple of them, it might have been like one or two they had. Also love the fact that they had black couples in there. We love to see it. We love to see black love. Chefs kiss. We love to see black love every day of the week. Even the people that was up there that were single or didn't have their mates with them, they talked about black love in a positive light, in a positive way, and I love to see that. As a matter of fact, I think even some of the entrepreneurs, like I know it was one where it was like three brothers. I think they had like a bread company, and all three of them were married, so we love to see it. They featured a black couple on here where the wife was going through cancer and the husband was like supporting her and stuff like that. Very beautiful story, kind of sad, but very beautiful story. I love that they included that in the documentary as well. Even on the flip side, I started just with saying how black women was kind of tearing this down, but they actually had a lot of black women in there, speaking very highly and positively of black men, and that's like, again, chef's kiss. I even like the fact that they had a thing about black women. Like they had a whole the documentary is called Profile the Black Man, okay, but like the third part to the series was about black women. It was about black men, the myth of black men devaluing black women, but it was primarily still about black women, and I thought that was just a little like a part of me, I'm gonna get into it. A part of me didn't like it too, because I was like, this is supposed to be about y'all, and I kind of thought they dodged a little bit of accountability. But a part of me also was like, that's a little heartwarming, okay? Like, because we all y'all mothers, we your sisters, your grandmothers, things of that nature. You already know about Black America having a gynocentric sort of upbringing or matriarchal upbringing, and so that was kind of like I kind of like that ode to black women that they had in there. They had black men talking about how they love black women with black features, and they're not dating out and things of that nature. So I did like that aspect in that sense. I felt like it was a bit of dodging accountability. There was no mention of like there was a mention of obesity, but they didn't really talk about why, what I'm saying, like the real root cause of that. I think they talked about like they even said that black women die at like a tend to die 3 years earlier than white women. And it's like, we're not going to talk about our diets. We're not going to talk about the fact that some of us are unwilling to change those diets. We're not talking about the fact that a lot of us are unwilling to exercise, which they did kind of hit on because they had a brother in there. Again, something I like that he was an entrepreneur and he does like a hip hop boot camp for black women specifically. Talked about his mom and how she got multiple sclerosis and stuff like that. But even his mom was overweight. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about how he was helping her lose weight and things of that nature. So it's like they didn't talk about how we teach that to our daughters. We teach that lack of discipline even to our sons. You know, things of that nature. Like it was a bit of a, that's another reason why I was so like disgusted by some of the criticism I see from black women, like I said at the beginning, because it's like, damn, they kind of let us off the hook a little bit. They ain't even get into black women abortion rates. They didn't get into the masculine behaviors we have. And even when they did get into the masculine behaviors we had, it was like, oh, it's because the black man wasn't there to protect them. Oh, they had to put all this weight on their shoulders. Oh, because they're the backbone. Oh, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was still like a bit of dodging. I'm like, wow, really? Even when they pander, y'all still got some bullshit. Y'all still got something to say. Like, it's like, really?
Hey, just had to interrupt right here because I forgot to mention that they also go into a few stereotypes about black women. The Jezebel, the mammy, and something else I forgot. But even with those contexts, like they don't even talk about how we in particular feed into those stereotypes. You know, they talk about how black men call the stats and the negative stereotypes from hip hop and how they talk down on black women, things of that nature. But they don't talk about how like you got the Meg the Stallions. They don't talk about like they say something about Lizzo and how people try to call her a mammy, but they don't talk about how she feeds into that stereotype where she panders to white people, how she gets online and feeds into the Jezebel stereotype of twerking all the time and all this other stuff. Like they don't talk about how we try to empower ourselves with the song WAP or all this feminist propaganda we feed into. So it's like that was given again some feminist propaganda I wasn't feeling. It's like they told one side and not the other.
They talked about black men and like their emotions and black men and this portrayal of their image and trying to be hard and all this other stuff. Like they don't talk about how a lot of them were raised by black women. A lot of them were made into son husbands. Okay, a lot of them were made to put their emotions to the side so they could take on their mothers. You know what I'm saying? Or process their emotions in a feminine way because their mother never got remarried or they chose the wrong men or whatever the case may be. They never had another male figure there to show them how to process it in a more masculine way. And it's like they say that again, but they don't say it. They don't put that accountability on a black woman where it's like, okay, well, the mother is choosing wrong. It's like, oh, well, black men did this and and they bring it back to them. That's what I'm like, damn, I would think even more black men kind of got more criticism for this story than black women. Like this is crazy. Also, of course, they had like a black gay couple in there talking about their journey with children and stuff like that. That is a reality for black men as well. It's the homosexual. Matter of fact, they had a whole part. As a matter of fact, they had a whole that was a whole part within a part of the docuseries that they talked about black male homophobia. Yeah, they had this whole black couple up there, black gay couple up there talking about their journey with adoption or surrogacy and stuff like that. I kind of feel like they're a minority within our brothers. You know what I'm saying? They're a minority within black men. So it's like, why? That's a bit of propaganda. It's just giving propaganda. It's giving kind of buck breaking to me. Okay, it's like.
Not to mention, they don't even mention buck breaking. Yeah, egregious.
That is, they do not represent the majority. Like, period. You know what I'm saying? So I thought this was supposed to be about the majority, but okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but again, it's mainstream, so they're gonna have that in anyways. And then they made it the cover, even though they don't get to that part. They don't even get to the cover until like halfway through that actual part. But they put them on the cover of the damn that part of the docuseries. And they threw in Billy Porter, which we already know. We don't rock with Billy Porter. He's all the way a puppet for the mainstream media, white mainstream media. We not rocking with him. And he's married to a whole ass white man. I'm like, why are you here? Like, what are you? Well, I know when I was growing up, I had to take myself out of the conversation of masculinity. It's like, bro, why are you here? You married to a white man. Okay, take your ass back to the Oscars and put on a dress like you've been doing. Nobody even cares. Like, I'm sorry. You just know. Why are you here? Like, it wasn't given. And then they gave him like a whole little section where he got to really explain his life. It's like, okay, this is giving propaganda. Why the hell is Billy Porter does not represent, again, the majority of black men? What are we doing here? I'm not feeling it. And then they didn't only have him. They had a couple like kind of more effeminate black men in there as well, kind of speaking, which again, I don't mind. They do represent some of our brothers, but also, again, not the majority. Okay. So I mean, it's still like I don't know. It's part of mainstream. Like, it's not a coincidence a lot of brothers in there was effeminate. Not to say that they were non-heterosexual, because I don't know. But some of them, it's like, okay, brother, yeah, again, you don't represent the majority. I wish they would have had a little bit more of like masculine men, but again, they only gonna go but so masculine. They only gonna go but so far with the positive black male images, because this is still mainstream media. They still gotta have their propaganda within it, like, regardless. So yeah, this was just my quick little review of the documentary. I didn't want to do nothing too thorough, like I said, because I could have went further into detail, but I kind of out for like I thought it was a cool documentary. I give it like a 6 out of 10 overall. I think I should still go watch it and support it, because like I said, we do still need positive black male images, regardless of my critiques of it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Did you watch this? Have you watched the docuseries? Have you heard about it? If not, have you seen some of the critiques on it? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, that's all I got. All right, y'all.
We do not play by our green. You fuck with the team, might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's, we don't never miss a beat.